The Doctor has faced many enemies, from the fearsome Daleks to the malicious Master, but there are some things in this universe that even the Doctor cannot defeat, and some of them brought Doctor Who to its knees in 1989. Join us as we look through the final 3 years of the classic era of the show to discover the events that led up to the cancellation of Doctor Who.
What are your thoughts on the classic Doctor Who episodes?
I haven't really seen any at all.
Well, I haven't seen that many classic Doctor Who episodes, but from the ones I have seen, I thought they were fairly good.
By 1987, Doctor Who was in a terrible state. After heavy criticism about the stories, the Sixth Doctor's personality, and with accent tweaks by Michael Grade, the show's ratings had dropped dramatically. Eric Saward, Doctor Who's script editor, had resigned and Colin Baker had to be replaced. The show's future looked bleak.
What would you have changed about some of the older episodes?
I know it probably wasn't of the time, but if I could go back with modern technology, it would have changed some of the special effects.
Some of the effects.
John Nathan Turner, the show's producer, saw what was happening to the show and wanted to leave. However, because he was the only BBC producer on the staff at the time, his choices were limited. He could either keep the show running, straining through another year, or he could leave and Doctor Who would be cancelled. Nathan Turner decided to keep the show running, but he was always on the lookout for a replacement, so he could step down and Doctor Who would continue to run. As Nathan Turner never expected the state of the show, he did not have much time to prepare for season 24. He had to quickly find a replacement for Colin Baker and someone suitable to take on the role as script editor. An unknown comedy actor by the name of Sylvester McCoy replaced Colin Baker as the Doctor, and on the advice of a friend, Nathan Turner hired the inexperienced script editor Andrew Carmel.
How long were you working on Doctor Who for?
Well, I started in 1987, 9, and then it stopped for a while. But I carried on making it, not as visual, but as audios. So we made radio plays. So I've been doing it now 26 years. I haven't stopped, really. I did a film in 1996 with Paul McGann, and then,
And did you enjoy it?
No, I hated every minute of it. That's why I did it for 26 years. Of course I enjoyed it. Yeah, that was great.
A number of episodes Doctor Who could produce had previously been cut dramatically from 26 25-minute episodes to 14 25-minute episodes. Nathan Turner started his plans for 2 4-part stories and 2 3-part stories. Michael Grade, the controller of the BBC, decided to schedule Doctor Who for 7:35 PM on a Monday evening. Michael Grade put Doctor Who against one of the most popular shows of the time, ITV soap opera Coronation Street. However, Doctor Who seemed to be getting better ratings than any other show for the time slot.
How did you feel about working with John Nathan Turner?
Yeah, he was lovely. We got on really well. I mean, really well. And he allowed me a lot of freedom to interpret my role the way I wanted to, which is great for an actor.
With the challenges out of the way at that point in time, Doctor Who seemed like it was getting back on track. However, John Nathan Turner still did not want to stay with the show. He knew the ratings had dropped significantly since Michael Grade's 18-month hiatus had ended back in 1986, averaging at around 4.43 thousand views for season 24. He searched for a replacement, and an opportunity came for Nathan Turner as he finds a replacement by the name of Paul Stone. Paul Stone had recently had success with Box of Delights in 1984. However, Stone turned down the offer, and Nathan Turner proceeded on with Season 25, the show's 25th anniversary.
I am far more than just another Time Lord.
Season 25 saw the return of the Daleks, the return of the Cybermen, and many references to moments throughout the show's history. Doctor Who was getting noticed in America as videos became more and more popular. Doctor Who was starting to gain pace again. However, the ratings were not improving, going from an average rating of 4.43 in Season 24 to an average rating of 4.19 in Season 26.
How do you feel now about the unprecedented and frequently vicious level of criticism directed at yourself personally? As to say, in fanzine headlines such as JNT must die.
Even with Michael Grade out of the BBC, Doctor Who continued to compete against Coronation Street. Andrew Carmel was headhunted by the BBC to script edit for the increasingly popular show Casualty. The show was once again in disarray. That was the last straw for John Nathan Turner. He gave up on the show and resigned from the BBC after a tedious 9 years running the show, taking the title as the longest showrunner for Doctor Who. The BBC could not find a replacement producer and put Doctor Who into limbo.